Hey there, folks. I'm going to do some more video on the ambitious card now. First of all, the first thing I want to cover is I had a question about one of the phases of the routine. They didn't quite understand how to do it smoothly, so I'm going to go over it again in a little bit more detail. It was the one where you say, okay, well here we're going to take your card, say it was the six of spades. Okay, I'm going to leave it right here, and you can see there it is right there, six of spades. And it goes into the middle of the stack. You push it all the way in, and just like that it rises back to the top. And it hasn't risen to the top, and they think you've screwed up, but as it turns out it rose to the top of the other packet. So that's what I'm going to go over a little bit more here. You have their card, or they have their card, or whatever. Eight of clubs. You're going to hold out half the packet to them and say, here, put your card on top of the packet. And as they're putting it on top, you're going to get a break here, right above the bottom card. So now you have a one card break just held with your thumb. Okay, so they put their card here, the eight of clubs, and you're going to show that it is in fact the eight of clubs right here. Okay, so what you're going to do is with these fingers that are holding the front edge of the top stack, you're going to put them on the back of the card, right about, I would say just ahead of the middle. So here's the middle of the deck. You're going to put your fingers just about here, right on top of the angel, if you're using a bike deck, and push the card forward and then turn it over. And that's what it looks like you're doing. But you're doing a little bit more than that as well. Okay, so what you're going to do is, so here's their card, the eight of clubs. As you're pushing it forward, you're going to just push until your thumb hits the back of the stack. Okay, so that means that the backs will be even. You don't want to push from way back here so that you only push about here, because the backs of the stacks aren't even. The card may be pushed forward, but the backs aren't even. They have to be. Okay, so you got to put your fingers about here on the angel, push forward until your thumb hits the back of the stack. And then you're going to let go of that one card that you have a break above and pull this stack away. So right now it's going to look pretty obvious that you've done something tricky, because they thought their card was on top and you pushed it forward, and now it's not on top anymore. So as you pull your hand away, you're going to flip over this stack and show the eight of clubs, so it still looks fair to them. I'll show you that again. So you have your one card break here. You push the eight of clubs forward, let go of this card, and as you pull your hand away, you flip over the stack. You show eight of clubs. And you start, you go like this, tap the card back square with the deck and flip it over. So now they just assume that this is their card, but of course it's not anymore. So you put it into the middle. It doesn't matter where you put it, considering it's not their card. Push it in all the way, and now suddenly their card is on top of the other packet. Okay, I'll go over that one more time really fast here. One card break. Put your fingers about here, push until your thumb hits the back of the deck, flip over your hand as you take your other hand away. You show here's the eight of clubs, square it up, flip over your hand, push it into the middle of the stack, and it's risen to the top of the other deck. Now I don't have anyone else here with me to do this, so I can't show you how to do that with two people. But if you go back to the routine that I did in the other one and watch the instructional video for that, hopefully all three of them combined should give you a fair idea of how to do it. Alright, so now what I wanted to show you guys today, I just got to grab a marker here, was the part with the X. Okay, I'm just going to adjust the camera here. Okay. So here's what I wanted to show you. Say this is their card, the 10 of diamonds. You're going to get a big signature across the face. Okay, so there's my signature. It didn't really work that well considering it's a dry erase marker. Not a permanent marker, but whatever. Okay, good to go. 10 of diamonds with a signature on it. It goes into the middle of the deck. Okay, now you're not going to be able to understand me here for a second, just because the marker's going to. Well, here no, I don't want to go off the camera. I'll hold it in my mouth. Okay, so you can see 10 of diamonds fairly in the middle of the deck. Okay, now we're going to get to one other thing. what I want to do is on the back of the top card, I'm going to write an X, just like that. Because I really want you to see this card rising to the top. But considering all the cards have the same backs, it's a little difficult to see. Okay, so now we've got that X there. So now it should be easy for you to see, in fact, the card rising to the top of the deck. Okay, here we go. Watch carefully. There it is. And just like that, we now have a card on top of the card with the X on it. And of course, yes, if you look, you'll see it is the 10 of diamonds with the signature right on the face. Now I want to show you something else crazy with these cards. If you switch them, so now the X is on top and the signature is on the bottom. Watch what we can do here. Okay. Just if you grab the X and you pull hard enough, sometimes you can, there we go, pull the X right off the back of this card, the random card, leaving it right on your signed card. And now this is only one card with a signature on the front and an X on the back, and you can hand this card out to be completely examined. Everything's legitimate here. For this, I'm going to show you how to do this now. What you need is a card signed, okay? And you put the signed card in the middle of the deck. And you fairly do this. It is legitimately in the middle of the deck right now. Now here we got to get into some more moves. I'm going to post how to do these moves in detail in later videos. Hopefully you already know how to do them. If you don't, I will post them, but this video might not make very much sense to you right now. First move we're going to use is called the turnover pass, okay? First of all, the pass is simply cutting the deck under cover of your hands. Okay, that's the pass. So the pass, you can't actually see it. It's supposed to be invisible. I'll try to do it a good one here. So you wind up, or here, we'll go like this. Say we have the King of Hearts in the middle, okay? Legitimately in the middle, but just like that we do a pass, and now the King of Hearts is on top of the deck. That's the pass. The turnover pass is doing the pass under cover of turning over the deck. So right now you can see you have the 8 of diamonds on the bottom of the deck. But now if I do a turnover pass, the 8 of diamonds is no longer on the bottom. Now the 10 of diamonds is on the bottom. Okay, so we put the 10 of diamonds in the middle of the deck. You're going to show, here's the 10 of diamonds legitimately in the middle. And you're going to do a turnover pass, okay, to get that 10 of diamonds to the top of the deck. Like I said, I'll post how to do the turnover pass later. So now the 10 is on top, and you take your marker back, you draw a big X on the back of the top card. If you want to be outrageous, you can show the card that you've drawn the X on the back of by doing a double lift and showing 5 of diamonds has an X on the back. Normally you don't need to do that. This effect is good enough on its own without you doing that. And if you want, again at this point, you can do another turnover pass and say, here, remember, even though we've got the X on the back of the top card, here's your 10 of diamonds in the middle of the deck. The only issue with that is that if you showed which card you drew the X on the back of, as you spread through, you'll notice here's the card you drew the X on the back of. So you have to make sure you hide that. You might want to do something, just go like this, casually looking for the 10 of diamonds, pull these cards away, and tap it, making sure you're moving them fast so they don't have a chance to see that 5 of diamonds. You say, here, 10 of diamonds in the middle of the deck. You do another turnover pass, again, getting it back to the top of the deck. You say, here's what we do with the X. Now you're going to do an Erdnase color change, and I'm not sure if I've explained that one yet or not. I'll post a video on that later. Erdnase color change basically exchanges the top 2 cards, so now you just have a random card on top of the 10 of diamonds. And you say, yes, here we go, blah, blah, blah. Do a double lift, and if you do it fast enough, they won't notice that there's no more X on the top of the deck. If you do it fast enough, you say, here we go, 10 of diamonds, your card has risen to the top on top of the card with the X. And then again you can say, and it's risen on top of the card with the X, which was the 5 of diamonds. Just doing another double lift there. Then what you're going to do is you're going to do this little funky thing here, where you're going to try and pull the X off the back of this card, claiming that this is the 10 of diamonds, which of course it's not. All you're going to do here is switch the cards. So you're going to go 1, 2, and on 3, you slide this card directly underneath. So now you're holding both cards in this hand, and you're just pulling away the top card. Okay, you're just switching the cards. Okay, so here's the card with the X. You go 1, 2, 3, just like that, and you pull the X off the back of that card, leaving it on top of the card, or their card, which is signed, and now here's the random 5 of diamonds over here. That's a pretty cool addition to the ambitious card routine. So later I will post video on the Erdnase color. In fact, right now I'm going to post a video on the Erdnase color change and one on the turnover pass. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lot of fun with this one. It's really, really good to do after you do the bent card thing. You can say, oh, blah, 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 bent card. Oh, your card rose to the top. Actually, wait, I want to show you one more thing. Pull out a marker and then do this. It gets them every time, and it's an excellent keepsake. Okay, who wouldn't want to keep that card? And they do keep it. I mean, one of my friends still has that card in his wallet that he's had there for probably a couple years now from when I did this trick to him. Alright, so there we go. Have fun with it. Practice it a lot. And thanks very much for watching.